Hey everybody, it's Pam at the Paper Outpost. Are you ready for something a little different today? Yes, that's the rear end of my dearest sunshine. He is exploring my flip-flop on the other side of my old Indian, I think it's a wedding chest / coffee table. And this is where I store my old journals, my journey of my journals. So I thought maybe we would take a flashback in time and take a peek through one of them and just to see what was up. So here's why I started my YouTube channel, because I ran out of room. Yes. And I was hoping to maybe sell a few journals. So let's start with this one. Actually, this is probably my favorite journal of all time. And believe it or not, I actually used to make journals that were normal size. You see that? See that? See that? It was actually normal size. Let me zoom in a little for you. Okay, how's that? Okay, can I put it down here? Can you see it? All right, let me just do a little camera work here. I'm not very good at this. Okay, oops, sorry for the foot. Nobody wants to see my feet. Oh, there it is again. Goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no feet. Okay. All right, can I go closer? I think I can. Hey, that's pretty good. All right, there we go. Let me just schmook it up a little bit. There, now we're all in. Okay, so yes, there was a time when Pam actually made journals that closed properly. And it's good for me to every once in a while go back and see what I made, because I forget, honestly, when you make a lot of things, and your journey, it changes as you go. You start trying new things and you do this and you do that and you completely forget about the stuff you did. So come on this journey with me together and we'll take a peek into this journal. I used a very simple closure of an elastic elastic cord gold tie, which I love using those because they're so easy on, easy off. You can just get into the journal quickly. This was actually covered with, and I really want to use this technique more because it's so much fun. It's a bed sheet that was, what did I do to it? I just dyed the heck out of it. Let's see. I've been trying to remember exactly what I did. Probably coffee dyed it. And then I used some modeling paste with stencils to make the images. Put those down on this journal is completely made from scratch. There was no book before this. Put modeling paste down through stencils and created the reliefs on the front and the back cover. And then I covered it with the coffee dyed bed sheet. And then I went and I colored up with some inks and gilding pastes these motifs so you could see them a little better. And I just kept working with it and working with it and working with it. And I don't know, this is just one of my favorites. And it won't ever be for sale. It'll just be part of this trunk for a long time, probably until I die. Okay, there you go. But let's take a peek inside and see what on earth I did. I don't even remember. Oh, look what I did. All right, so I have covers, internal covers. What's this? This is just, what is this? This is a paper clip of just coffee dyed paper, I think. Oh, how fun is that? See, I wasn't doing anything fancy. What is this? Oh, it's like a little accordion paper. How cute is that, right? Things don't have to be super fancy. No, inked up and coffee dyed up and just into a little pocket. And just pictures and little expressions from, I looked up some quotes related to nature and I just wrote them all down, and I thought I would tear them up and just glue them into my book. So you're going to see a bunch of these through here. I remember doing that. And let's see what else is here. And this is probably how I glued everything wrong. These were pictures from books. And what is this? I have no idea. Oh, it's a little notebook. So these were some covers of old books that I came across, and I just put some note paper behind them and just, put a little trim. And that was just a fun little addition into a pocket. What is this? I don't know. Oh, sometimes when pages are too big, instead of cutting them to size, a nice thing to do is fold them in. That way it leaves a little, like a little area somebody can tuck something into. They can glue it down and make a little pocket out of it, or they could even tear it off and use this piece somewhere else. The odd little sound, I don't know if you can hear it, but that's my sunshine. He wants to go and explore the backyard. We'll go in a little while, Bumpkin. Okay, hold your tail. All right, now what's this? Okay, a little glue. All right, that happens. And what do we have in here? I don't know. This is like, I don't even know what I did. So I used to love to make these. I'd sit there for an hour and just put seam binding on paper clips. And these things are so darn handy because it's such thin fabric. It easily can be put inside journals and, or along the edges too. You get this nice little ruffly look along the edge. It's very pretty, very Victorian looking. What is this? I don't know. I don't know what it is. What is it? Maybe this is something somebody gave me because I don't recognize this. Like it didn't come from a paper I had. What? Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, and somebody used tape. Yep, so I don't know. Was that me? It could have been. I don't know. Oh, no, it could have been me. I recognize that paper. I don't know. It's just a something. All right. Tape doesn't hold up all that well over time, I think. Here's a little pocket I made. I sewed 2 music pages together and then somehow made a pocket. Don't remember exactly how. That's okay though. Just going through this little tour of time, a funny little bird stamp. I started to use construction paper. Don't be afraid to use construction paper in your journals. It's an unsung paper right up there with college rule paper, and sometimes you know, they get snubbed as lowbrow papers, things like that, but honestly they can be very beautiful papers. They also have beautiful texture, especially the construction papers, because they have like a porous, woodsy, papery type feel. What are you eating? Yes, you. Nothing? Whatever it was, you've swallowed it. Oh no, it's hanging out of your mouth. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I almost got it. He either ate it or I think it's a string and I think it's hanging out of his mouth. Can I get that? Nope, can't. He was Mr. Keep Away. Little stinker. Okay, anyway, we carry on. Oh, here's a nice little duck. Yeah. Okay, I baked this construction paper. That's what I did. I must have made a bunch of these up at one time and I was just having fun with them. Made them thin. Just little torn pieces of dictionary. And dictionary is so cool because you just never know what word you're going to get. Like obrok, formerly in Tsarist Russia, the tax paid by a peasant when absent from his lord's property. Yes, so have you paid your obrok lately? No, I'm a little behind on my obrok payments. I'm probably totally butchering that, but and I apologize. But you know, it's just kind of fun because sometimes when you're overwhelmed by a lot, if you're given a little, it's good. You can swallow it. You know what I mean? You can think about it and roll it around in your head and then let it go. It's a great way to learn. It's a great way to introduce new things to people, new topics. That's something what I think about the, you know, when we take apart a book, some consider it book murder. Some consider it, boys say book slaughter, gutting a book. I mean, there's all these horrible expressions. I consider it freeing the pages so that these pages can go be with 1,000 people as opposed to just with one person sitting on a bookshelf that may never get looked at again. So even if you just expose somebody to Romeo and Juliet, one page, or a poem from Ireland, one stanza, you know, you never know what that can spark in somebody. So apparently I did some stenciling with coffee on here. Okay, that's kind of cool. Way to go, Pam. More rubber stamping. What is this? I don't know. It's a little card. Oh, how cute is that? That's very cute. Very good. Okay. You're doing okay back here, Pam. It's not as bad as you thought. I love these Rolodex things. They're fun. And you can make pockets out of them, too. If you get a row of them, you can make little fold-outs and stuff like that. So kind of, you can think of different creative ways to use your supplies. These can be used for pockets, tucks, flip-outs. We have someone who's passed out at the moment. Would you like to see? Why can't I turn? Okay, here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and we're down. And that might last for maybe 20 minutes, 5 seconds, could be an hour, sometimes 3. We shall see. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, hopefully that doesn't fall. Apparently I was on a thing with the birds, and I suddenly realized that you could actually write on the back of book pages, or you know, the first page of a card, things like that. You can cut those off and turn those into journal cards. That's always fun. More writing. Look at, I have writing space. Look at all that. Little splatter marks. That was fun. Way to go. What is this? Just making little fun, all different kinds of papers I collected over time. Oh, here, what is that? I don't know what that is. Oh. Huh, just a little thing. Yeah, just a little thing. It almost, looking at it, looks like a color chrome, like Kodachrome slide, but it's not. It's like a little faux slide. Yeah, that's cute. All right, what's that? Definitely into the birds here. Oh, this is when I started to discover that torn papers of any type were fascinating to me. Almost better than regular cut. So they're little cut on this end, torn at the top, and used as extra writing space. Isn't that fun? I mean, it's like a little nothing. Just grab your stamps, grab some paper, tear an edge. Don't be afraid. Don't think the tear is a bad thing. The tear can be your best friend. Different color dyes and inks and stenciling on this one. Lots of writing room. Apparently I had grand hopes one day I was going to be writing lots in here. That looks like something Edith Holden. Looks like March. I don't know where I got this. It must be on a label for something. Oh, I think I got a, somebody told me about silicone stamps that were, there was a set made back in the 80s, I believe, and it was related to some magazine, and there were still some floating around. And if you looked on eBay, I wish I could remember the name of it. If anybody knows, please feel free to add it below. But I found one on eBay, and I think that may have come from the cover, like the packaging of that. If not, maybe that was just packaging from, like maybe the dust cover from one of her books. Here I was just learning how to use my embosser, my Big Shot, my Sizzix Big Shot. That's just so much fun to play with. That's kind of like, once you pull it out, you just want to play with it for a while, and you crank out a bunch of things, and then you let it rest for a bit. Another little quote from somebody. A lot of birdie things. Well, I think I was going for the bird. This was a birdie book. This was a birdie book. And big fan of birds over here. Am I still in frame? Am I knocking it all over the place? Sunshine, do you have anything to add to that? No, Mom. Okay. I love this. Attack time solidly. Breathe support. Keep a reserve supply. Oh, okay. This maybe was a trumpet player or a flute player. I used to be a flute player. I was a horrible flute player, but I was a flute player back in high school. Yeah, high school band. So nervous when it came to the big recital. I think I faked it through the whole thing, but I was in amongst many flutes nobody knew, and I just like froze. No, I couldn't remember anything at that moment. Has that ever happened to you? Oh yeah, those lovely times. Or using scrapbook paper, which actually does look nice. Learning to layer pictures. That was very fun. And white is okay. It's okay to leave some white. You don't have to be completely freaked out about white. It also gives you nice contrast if you're using coffee dye or some other color paper, like the construction paper back here, to give the eye some rest before it goes on into the deeper darkers. Oh, it looks like I coffee dyed some doilies. Look at me go. Whoa. This is really funny for me to look back at. Is that a pocket or is it just a stick down? Apparently I used to do just some stick downs. Just something to inspire, trigger, little launching. What? Is there somebody at the front door? Are we getting a delivery? What is it? Do tell us. Tell us. Tell everybody. What is it? Nothing. Down. Okay. Apparently it was a big fat nothing. Okay, we're back. All right. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, nothing to say? No? Okay. More birdies. So yeah, I guess I wanted to just take a look back in time to see how I did these things. This is just copy paper, printed on copy paper. And it doesn't have to be always fat, thick cardstock in that. That will bulk up your journal very quickly. This is from a card, I'm pretty sure. I just turned it into a bookmark. Very easy to do. Easy to tuck into a pocket. This is made out of a greeting card. I remember that greeting card. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. The neurons are firing. Whew. Okay, what else is in here? Probably more of the same because I was just thinking, okay, just grab everything with a bird on it. What's this? Oh, this is just ran through the embosser, and I just left it free in case I was compelled to glue it somewhere else in the journal at another time. Not everything has to have a purpose. I think that's something that I had to learn along the way, that initially when I first made journals, every single thing in there had to have a purpose. If I put, oh geez, there were bookmarks, notepads, magnets, you name it. I mean, every single thing you could be used. It had to be functional, because I thought, why on earth would somebody make one of these things if everything wasn't useful and functional? And then I started to understand. It took a while, and I started to understand just about getting lost in the process of making the journal, looking through a journal, getting lost in the feels of the papers, the strings. The string concept was weird to me in the beginning. Strings, why would anybody want strings hanging off their journal? Well, a bird's nest might be made out of a lot little pieces of string and twine and twigs and brush and things like that. It might feel like that. I don't know. A lot of us are very tactile. We like the feel of things. And this can give you some inspiration on, it kind of goes along with the theme of the journal. Oh, this was fun. I remember doing that. These multicolored book pages. That was so much fun. I was just sitting there with some ink and just brought a bunch of book pages out and started spritzing them, and they turned out to be so handy. I used those things. What else do we have in here? What else? This is just a little journey down. Oh, I love that paper. This was really pretty stationery, very vintage stationery. I've got a thing for vintage stationery, and I think I coffee dyed it. That's why it's got the wrinkles and that on it, little splotches. You see, am I still in the middle? I think blank on the back, very nice, extra writing space. Boy, am I gonna go to town writing and filling up this like crazy one day, maybe. And here's another one of those little mini books. And I think I only put like 2 or 3 pages in it just to keep it thin. Found these cute little notebook pages. And I thought, wouldn't they be fun to just turn into a little baby notebook inside the journal? Yeah, so I probably used up almost every birdie thing I had. Oh, tracing paper that's coffee dyed. Very cool. Oh, hi. Do we know you? You have something to say? Yes, I have something to say. There's nobody at the door. It was a false alarm. I'm going back to sleep. Okay, very well. Yes, even he got excited about the crinkly paper. I'll let him sleep. I won't crinkle it again. Oh, here was a flap. Was I? Oh, I was probably experimenting with a flap. Maybe. Or maybe it was just a tuck. That's probably what it was. Yes. And here's another. This came from the cover of a book, and I just turned it into a bookmark. And this is before I really got into using any of the older papers, but I was just using what I had, what I came across. It was very fun. Here's some, I think I just mopped up the desk with this paper, if I remember correctly. I had a little accident coffee dyeing. What's in there? Aha. So, oh, what's that? Oh, this was just a tiny little piece of old book page. And so I just, used those little Fiskar scissors with the decorative edge and just put some stamps. And it's actually like this book so it must have been one of the front pages of a book where you get that beautiful white creamy paper. And you can just make amazing little things out of nothing, And they're just so adorable, and they show up really nicely on white. There we go, more crinkly paper. Okay, he's not moving. Good. Just more of the same. Going through here. What's this? Okay, I do seem to remember this. This is what I was trying to learn how to make an envelope. This one is a little bit unusual. Yeah, didn't quite get that one cut right, but I went with it anyway. It was an embossed piece of paper that I made. And what did I put inside here? Oh, just a little thing. This was from the back of a card, I think. Just tucking little fun things inside, using some inks. Just playing, and it's all good. Yeah, a little piece of that mulberry paper. More pockets. You can make pockets out of anything. Is that a pocket? No, it's not. Okay, no pocket. Just sewn. Oh, here I was starting to play with, creating something out of nothings. It's just torn paper, extra little pieces. What can I do with them? I'll make floral vines coming down from the ceiling. Why not? Right? So you can still have a lot of fun in a journal. Here's a collaged page. Those are always fun to do, using up scraps. But you can still leave a lot of room for folks who like to write. Here's a Franken page sewn together. That's kind of cool. Ode to Nick the Booksmith there. Thank you, Nick, for all your inspiration. What's that? I have no idea. Oh, it's like I half sewed a couple pages together. Nobody knows what that is. All right, we'll just keep going. Thank goodness it's my journal. What is that? Oh, it's like almost like a little scroll or something. Look at that. Looks like something somebody ran over in the parking lot. Let's see, just a torn piece of coffee dyed paper you could write a little secret note on. Yeah, secret note to self. Nobody would know it was there. It almost looks like page trim. Wrapped in some mulberry paper. I have a big pile of this mulberry paper somewhere. Yeah, I wonder where that went. Okay, I think I know where it is. It's in my ephemera box, and I need to go through my ephemera box. I have like, not ephemera box, my embellishment box. I always call things by the wrong name. Oh, this was fun. I took a bunch of pictures. These were all from a field guide, and then I backed them on some nice thick golden colored cardstock and just put a birdie stamp. A little extra place to write. Those are fun. Yeah, you don't always have to have the traditional square or rectangular shapes. You can go round, you can go triangle, you can do other things. Yeah. So, here a little sideways collage just for fun, you know, no rules, breaking the rules. Starting to become a rule breaker here. Yep. What else we got? Just like a little piece. It's a nothing. It's not a pocket, it's not a tuck, it's just a splash of color. Yeah. When times were simple and life was easy. They're just decoration, just a little accent. Torn paper, punched out flowers from book page. Nothing big, but very, I don't know, just relaxing. I feel relaxed looking at it. I think I'm going to go have a nap now. I think so. More coffee dyed, more birdies. Oh, here's some bridge papers. Those are always fun if you come across those. Yeah. Oh, another one of those layered collages. That's cool. I forgot of that whole idea. I need to play with that more. I think I'm going to go play with that right now, actually. Oh, that's cute. Little trim at the top. You don't always have to have fancy stuff. No. Didn't use a lot of material in here. The only fabric I see is the seam binding so far. Little poems. That was cute. Little pocket. See, even a pocket can be just a torn piece of paper. Not torn straight. And just something cute inside of it. I mean, nothing has to be overworked or super fancy, and it can still have a great feel to it. Another one of those little, apparently I went to town and made a million of those. Here, a little triangular one. I was just gluing together scraps. I need to go do that. That looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Then we'll do that together. We'll just glue scraps together and see what we come up with. Oh, that's a great idea, because you know what? I have no shortage of scraps. I got so many scraps, I'm drowning in them with scraps. Let's make some stuff with scraps coming up. Okay, all right, I agree, yep. Embossed again. This is just a little something to write on, just a little extra something. It was cut off a piece of scrapbook paper. Oh, and here's the back, pretty picture in the back. Oh, there you go, the 6/18/18. That's when I made this book. Aww. Oh, the memories, oh, the memories. All right, so there she is, and I just thought you might get a kick out of that, just taking a peek in one of the old journals in my book. I need to get back in here and look at these every once in a while, just for memory's sake, because it does bring back memories and it triggers new ideas. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you had fun. And maybe if I haven't already shown you that technique, I will show you that technique. I may have already done it, but we can always do it again. And good night from Fluffer Pants, Mr. Sunshine. Is everything okay over there, Sunshine? Are you all right? Are you sleeping? Mom, don't bother me. I'm sleeping. Okay, very well. I know my place. All right, everybody, you take care. You have an awesome day. And, go forth and find the playfulness and the peace in the papers. It's all waiting for you there. And thank you for all of you who are new. Welcome. If you're looking for any links to any of my stuff, it's all down below in the description box. You'll find a free monthly emailed newsletter, an Amazon shop with all sorts of favorite tools and supplies. You'll find an Etsy shop link with vintage digi-kits, as well as Ephemera Collections, which are collections of old papers and cool papers that are actually mailed to you as opposed to downloaded, the way the digi-kits are. And if you want to have some cool papers to actually touch and feel and make some journal stuff with. So there you go. And what else? I have a podcast that comes out Tuesdays and Thursdays, all audio, free to listen to. Links are down below. And you can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and come and join our Facebook group. We're having a lot of fun over there. And what else? Oh, my videos, they come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 7 a.m. Eastern time. So, and for everybody who's been here, who's been hanging out, having fun, playing with the papers along with me, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for watching and spending time. Take care, everyone. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.